Everyone, this is Kevin McCarthy. This is my Pecha Kucha presentation on the journey of my growth through this course. The course has pushed me to reflect more deeply than I expected. My growth wasn't just about finishing my task, but it was more about understanding myself as a learner, teacher, and coach, and balancing a full and demanding life. This course pushed me to see what the power of reflection actually is worth. The reflection made me pause and ask, what am I actually learning and how can I incorporate it? It helped ground me, organize my thoughts, and understand my own patterns as both a student and as an educator. Our peer discussions have become a valuable piece for me this course. Hearing different viewpoints helped me reframe and challenge thoughts that I've had through other shared experiences with our peers. And an example was during one of the discussions during our course on learning styles. I'll admit that I was pretty skeptical about peer interactions and how it would help me grow and learn when I started this diploma. But seeing peers offer different insights that are things I didn't know that I needed. The reflections helped me extend my thinking and push me to grow in ways I didn't think I could. With starting the course out by setting goals on our um, personal journals, our e-portfolios, that helped kind of guide me at the beginning, but our weekly goals put out by our professor helped me keep my work intentional, and it reminded me what really mattered and kept my learning on track. My journal entries in the portfolio have become kind of like moments of me being vulnerable and honest. They were captured through some of the stresses I've had, breakthroughs, and themes that I kind of would have otherwise overlooked, and it really made me focus on the peer interactions. My TPI results fits my teaching in phys ed. I lean strongly towards nurturing and apprenticeship. I focus on relationships, hands-on learning, and creating a safe environment for students to take risks. My low transmission score confirms that I'm not about lecturing. I prefer to guide through experience. It reassured me that my intentions match what I actually do in the gym. There were times in this course where I felt kind of burnt out. Um, that was with my coaching, work, and studying, teaching. I often felt the candle was burning from both ends. Managing everything at once made rest kind of feel optional to me when I needed it more than ever. I'll be honest, keeping up with everything with life and with this course, there were weeks where survival mode just kicked in and I just had to kind of keep up as best I could. But consistency taught me that being kind of resilience and the importance of actually pacing myself. There were times where I just kind of had to say, keep my head down, keep moving forward. Some days I just had to push through. It wasn't glamorous, but I kept moving when my motivation actually was very low. My mind just kind of felt scrambled multiple times. Um, just felt tangled, like my ideas for work, my assignments, coaching, and all my life were just mixing together. But reflection and interactions kind of helped keep me grounded through all of that. I really had to emphasize the importance of rest over this semester. Sometimes I felt like when I was resting, I was giving up, but then after reflecting, it isn't really giving up. It's kind of just necessary. Taking time to breathe, allow ideas to settle, and making me more present. I use multiple different learning styles in phys ed. Behaviorism is one that shows up through routines, cues, praise, and correction. Clear expectations and immediate feedback help students understand what success looks like. And learning this through course content helped me kind of put two and two together. Cognitivism is another one that plays a role in phys ed. It reminds me that students are constantly making sense of information. They're breaking down skills and explaining why supports deeper understanding. And I try to do the why in the middle of lessons and things like this, kind of like a campfire discussion. Another theory that we learned about in the course content was constructivism, which thrives in phys ed as well. Students are able to learn through movement, exploration, and collaboration, um, and their experiences become the foundation of their learning, which helps in multiple avenues. Experimental learning theory is also another one in phys ed that's used. Students act, reflect, adjust, and try again. Each activity becomes a cycle of hands-on growth and applied understanding, and that can move from unit to unit or from, again, the classroom to the outside life. After learning these learning theories and getting more in depth in them in the course content, um, I started to notice these theories during my classes when I was teaching. They explained not only what students were doing, but like how they were learning. Using those learning theories and learning about them in our course, I started purposely using them in my classes, and I've seen students show more excitement when doing activities. They were celebrating each other, they were taking risks, they were asking questions. It kind of just reinforced the use of these theories. So with doing this, I was kind of like scaffolding my course ideas into my practice, um, directly applying them to work. It was offering clear feedback with students, planning more intentionally, and supporting students with more structured progressions. As I move forward, I'm going to carry these reflections, challenges, and the growth through this course with me. The process has shaped me into a more intentional and thoughtful educator, with having the ability to move forward and step back to actually reflect on how I am teaching.